with firearms. Maybe as a security officer, as an armed guard, you will need the business purpose one. Maybe then you want to be a gunsmith, then you need to have a competence one. Or you want to become a gun dealer, you need to have the business purpose. But for self-defense, then you want to protect yourself and your family and maybe a third party. Self-defense, basic.
Okay.
So the business purpose and the basic training of a firearm.
Okay. Maretsi Batalusitse, I get it in the types of firearm training offers Gakuluna, and then also the types of firearm training do you offer?
Yes.
So now let's look into I think that more the safety during the training for now. How do you ensure the safety during the firearm training?
Okay, Spicey, most of the time the people for the first time they handle firearm. So in this regard, safety becomes our highest priority when coming to that. So before any practical training can take place, learners are taught the fundamental safety rules of firearms because it's very important. So training is conducted under a strict supervision.
Okay.
And every participant or every shooter must follow safety procedure at all times. We've got the firearm safety, we've got also the range rules. Before the learner akayaku shooting ranging, he or she must understand those rules. Because level, safety on its own cannot prevent an accident. But to adhere to the rules, that can prevent an accident from happening.
Do you actually want to add something into that, Ms. G?
Oh yes. The reason why we encourage first-time students to attend sometimes is so that we can prepare them before they even go to the range. So we then do what we call firearm drills. We build that muscle memory, remind you of the fundamentals, the grip, the stance, etc. So that before you even step into the range, already you have the muscle memory. Already you are prepared to handle that firearm safely.
Yeah, no, it's a mali responsible. Now I really want us to look into that one. I really let's say the responsibilities that you one key also. Could be like KBS in the restaurant. Teddy one Kimutu o Onang Hotza your name is too young. Kiki study feels us on the understand the whole needs.
Spicey, firearm owners must understand that a firearm can only be used within the limits of the law. So that is why it's very important. When you come to our class, the first thing that we teach you is legal responsibility. Because you need to know, having a firearm, this is how I need to, this is what the law expect me when I carry that firearm. So there are some other things that happen on a daily basis whereby people don't understand how to sort of firearm. Let me say, if I don't use my firearm, where should I put it? So we teach them that if the firearm is not in your person, it must be stored safely in a safe, in a lockable safe. And then they must use them responsibly and ensure that they comply with all legal requirements related to ownership and handling of firearm.
Okay. But it's a for course, and a rebata facintle, a rebatela on a gastrana or luna, bora di tunia, Baba Nandi tunia, for Lady Dirisacasilancia. Key insense understand that is. Because now, Nertalusa, Marabu Fitile, Motota Babula Panikia, Gastuya, Asamika, snooker se beile for le thekeng fa mang le mang a se bona yana gore a re o tshosetsa mongwe le mongwe gore ga ba tshwanna go nja mo snookeng ha o ka wa wina game e o mo mathateng you know those are kind of things ke ra gore le tshwantse you guys have to know na re bua ka go nna responsible now a re lebelle gore the training for security officers ke nngwe dintlha tse leng gore mongwe might actually be sitting at home and asking yourself a question or himself a question or how important is a firearm for a security officers?
Okay, Steve, for security officers, firearm training is critical. It is very critical. They must not only know how to operate a firearm, but understand when is it appropriate to use it and when it is not. These security officers are working sometimes in very dangerous conditions. So they need to understand when to respond and when not to respond using lethal force. Professional training helps officers to remain disciplined and responsible while performing their duties.
Okay.
Yes.
And then adding on what China has said right now, if you are a security officer and you've got the competence and you are working with firearm, you have to go on an annual basis to go and do what you call Regulation 21.
Okay.
So all the security employers who are employing people using the firearms, they are compelled by law to do the Regulation 21. Regulation 21 is all about reminding the security officers who can know what is that is expected from them, because babang o kry le gore o sala a 20 sa gana a ilwetsa competence a banna 5 years a sa tlhola ba 20, so o bo fa mo 20 nyalo stu ya no ka gore firearm is a skill on its own when you use it, so that skill each and every time need to be sharpened. So they have to undergo the Regulation 21. So if they want to do it, they must just contact Gina.
Okay, that's G for you, Miss G.
Yes.
And then a lot of people, well, in this one, o tlabe motho a botsa gore Ntuane ba reng ka re Ntuane fetsa go bua le bana ke la meleo wana senda ke bone ba reng ke a ja ke jela tlare nsulele fela yana ka la nshakile. Now let's get into the responsible firearm ownership. Re lebelle kgang e gore and advice le batlang go ifa someone who want to own a firearm. Kefeng.
Okay, Spicey, my advice would be to first understand the responsibility that comes with owning a firearm.
Okay.
Because whenever go the shopong tsa bo my friend there is go much higher.
Oh yes.
They don't require a license. Even if when you have that firearm, you still need to understand the responsibility that comes with that firearm. Because you are not going to use that firearm over normal like in the license as long fella that thing is a firearm.
Ke rekile go my friend.
Gore ke rekile go my friend ga se ya ammunition e leng gore no ha e bereke yalo. So in this regard ke batla go ra le ba eleng gore ba di rekile go for their own self-defense, I don't know, that they must come for training, because training is essential and the individuals must always prioritize safety, the lawful use and the proper storage of that firearm.
Okay.
Yes.
I lebelle the practical training experience. Now, lebelle gore ke eng se moithuti a tshwantse se dira during the practice part of a training. If a practical, then put it away.
During practical training, the students learn proper shooting techniques, safe handling, and firearm control. But ke tlabe ke eme for pele ga bone fale ke ba ruta all these things step by step. Ga ba re ba utlwella mosadi betere go feta bana.
Okay.
They also practice accuracy and safe operation under the supervision of qualified instructors as well as range officers. Jaka nna le Ntuane.
Okay. Re tla tsena mo kgang ya gore yaanong goreng ba tshwantse ba choose Golden Cat for firearm training ke yone kgang ya rona eo and a re lebelele gore re lebella fa gore why someone o tshwantse a choose Golden Cat for firearm training.
Spicy, at Golden Cat, we emphasize professionalism. We emphasize safety and compliance with all legal requirements. So our instructors and assessors focus not only on passing the training, but also on developing responsible firearm owners and competent security officers.
Very lovely one.
Yeah. So it doesn't mean then how to then reduce a system ya pass one, pass all. If we see no, you are not yet competent, we are going to tell you no, at this point to polish maybe then the fundamentals, you are not applying the fundamentals the way you're supposed to do it, because slowly and some other people ke batho ba ileng gore panale trauma ya di firearm.
Okay.
So in that regard, then I also offer the counseling, because so this is where I come in, then I can counsel you regarding that.
Very good one, Ntuane. I see. I mean, having you, Lichi, and then it's a very lovely thing. I mean, it's a blessing to a lot of people, because taking them through those spaces and telling them every little thing, teaching them, and then a very lovely thing. We're so proud of you. We're quite honest with you, and as I said, it's a jam-packed show today. I really the role of training in public safety. Now, how does a firearm training contribute into a public safety?
Spicy, in our community, what is it? O kra go nna le gangsterism mo ileng gore president o tla feletsa roma le masole gore ba tla dila ka this thing. But exactly where the problem comes, when people are not properly trained, this is where now the problem comes. So when people are not properly trained, they are less likely to misuse firearm when they are properly trained. So training promotes responsible behavior, safe handling, and awareness of the law. So which ultimately contribute to safer community. That is why we encourage each and every person through the training to come and contact Golden Cat, so that we can teach that particular person firearm, so that we can have the safer community at the end of the day.
Yeah, through you, in fact, because whatever said is Fana, it's a very lovely thing to a lot of people go high, and I'm going to repeat this again. I'm really proud of you for being a former part of this show this morning, and like when we started this journey last week. So message you alone, the listeners at home, Kiofin.
Now, my message to the community is firearms should always be treated with respect and responsibility. Proper training is essential for safety as well as legal compliance. Go Golden Cat, we are committed to promoting responsible firearm ownership as well as professional firearm training. I want to say to women in our community.
Yes, Miss G.
Women, come for firearm training. This thing, I would like to see more young black women coming in for firearm training. Let us represent. There is a gap in this industry. Let's come and close that gap.
Oh yes. Renale assignment happy next week.
Yes,
we have another assignment. And big fans soon that they munutsi gore a endorse from the marketing side gore look fund that Ntuane. Move for and abua khokolosa re tla bona go pele. Ke le bogata gore be le re Ntuane again.
No, go lebogile rona Spicey Steve to have us today.
Braday and Miss G.
Thank you so much.
So we are now going to the shoot range right now.
Yes.
I'm joining after the show. This song, I dedicate this song to you, and then also then the students at Alona, the families, and apart from that, finally we can demonate. Although that we can started yesterday.
Thank you, Spicey Steve, and thank you to your listeners.
Raramnike. And about 13 exactly before the hour 10, and like 13 minutes I'll be out of here. Closing with the local corner where we offer in the local people an opportunity again for telling us about the music and also be celebrating what are they celebrating. So that's how it goes. The only show that keeps up a clever weekend fresh for the whole day. That's how we always making sure that we kickstart your morning in the spirit. Have yourself a lovely, lovely, lovely Saturday. Enjoy whatever you might be doing. At this time happens to be driving at this time of the morning. Likewise. Yani turn about it. My